From the mean streets of Southside Chicago to becoming an 8-time NBA All-Star, this is Anthony Davis's life before he was famous. And what's a better place to start than where it all began? Born and raised in Chicago's South Side, Davis attended Perspectives Charter School, a math and science academy that wasn't exactly known for its athletic success. The school didn't even have a gymnasium, and Davis had to practice with his middle school basketball teams at a nearby church. But that didn't stop him from chasing his dreams. Even back then, AD was known for his impressive shooting skills. He was even dubbed the little guy who would shoot threes from the corner. Ah, if they only knew. Anyways, in his junior year of high school, AD's family thought about transferring him to a top basketball school in Chicago, but his coach talked them out of it. Davis was told that if he was good enough, they'd find him wherever he was. And boy was he right. AD continued to play for Perspectives, and started getting noticed after playing for Ty Street's Mean Streets AAU team. He was also rated as the #1 player in the class of 2011 by Scout.com. And it wasn't long before Davis became one of the most sought-after high school players in the country. Now, after weighing his options, which he had many I might add, AD finally made his decision and committed to the University of Kentucky on August 13, 2010. This was a huge moment for the young basketball star, as he had received offers from other top-tier schools such as DePaul, Ohio State, and even Syracuse. And just like that, the stage was set for Anthony Davis to take the college basketball world by storm. He started playing for the Kentucky Wildcats as a power forward and center. And as expected, he quickly became one of the most dominant players in the NCAA. AD led the Wildcats to the national championship and won the NCAA tournament's Most Outstanding Player award, along with other major honors. Davis was also selected for the USA men's basketball team for the 2012 Olympics, making him the first non-NBA player to represent the US since 2004. During his freshman season, AD proved to be a dominant force on both ends of the court. Standing at 6'10" with a wingspan of 7'3", he was a force to be reckoned with in the paint, blocking shots and grabbing rebounds with ease. But he wasn't just a defensive powerhouse. Davis also had an impressive offensive game, scoring from all areas of the court and showcasing his versatility with his ability to dribble and shoot from beyond the arc. Throughout the season, AD continued to build on his impressive resume. He was named SEC Freshman of the Year, SEC Player of the Year, and was a consensus first-team All-American. But perhaps his most impressive accolade was winning the NCAA tournament's Most Outstanding Player award. Oh, and he also led the Wildcats to their 8th national championship. So yeah, pretty impressive first year in college ball all in all. But it wasn't just his stats and awards that made Davis a standout player. It was also his work ethic and leadership. See, despite his young age, AD was a natural leader on the court, always pushing his teammates to be their best and never giving up on a play. His dedication to the game and his team was evident in every game he played. It was clear that he was destined for greatness. And it wasn't too long before the NBA came knocking. After only spending 1 year with the Wildcats, AD declared himself for the draft. And it was no surprise that he was the #1 overall pick for the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, I get that it may sound like he went pro too soon, but honestly, AD is probably one of the best freshman centers in college basketball history. And I'm being dead serious about this. In just one season, he blocked an astounding 186 shots, earning himself a place in virtually every record book there is. During his time with the Kentucky Wildcats, Davis not only averaged 4.7 blocks per game, setting a new record for the team, but he also altered far more shots as the cornerstone of the team's top 5 defense. And although there are no statistics for the number of shots that Davis affected per game, a conservative estimate is 7. Just imagine the incredible point swing that Davis created in every single game with this. Insane. But more than this, it was actually AD's skill at keeping the ball in play that made him such a hot commodity back then. See, he perfected the skill of blocking the ball down, into the court, or even to a teammate so that his team could hold on to the ball and the momentum. He always tried to ensure that when he blocked a shot, the ball would not go back to the other team. Even Dwight Howard, who is arguably one of the greatest centers of all time, swatted almost every shot as far out of bounds as he could muster. Sure, it would get a lot of oohs and ahs from the crowd, but it didn't really help his team, like at all. So take all this and tell me, were the Pelicans wrong to choose Anthony Davis as their #1 pick? No, obviously. And AD didn't take a lot of time to prove this right. Davis finally made his NBA debut on November 1st, 2012. And despite his team's loss, AD still managed to score 21 points, which was the highest on his team. Unfortunately, he suffered a concussion in his second game, which kept him out for a few nights until he returned with a double-double performance of 23 points and 11 rebounds. Davis continued to impress, with 28 points and 11 rebounds against the Milwaukee Bucks on November 17th. However, he was then sidelined again, this time with a stress reaction on his ankle. He missed 11 games until he was cleared to play almost a month later on December 11th. But boy, he came back with a bang. In his first start since being injured, Davis recorded a career-high 16 rebounds and 4 steals against the Golden State Warriors on December 18th. AD was then selected to play in the Rising Stars Challenge during the 2013 NBA All-Star Game weekend. And on March 9th, he set a career-high in rebounds with 18 and scored 20 points against the Memphis Grizzlies. Davis then made a game-winning tip-in against the Boston Celtics with 0.3 seconds remaining on March 20th. Unfortunately, AD suffered a season-ending knee injury on April 10th in a collision with Marcus Thornton. But despite this setback, he was selected for the 2013 NBA All-Rookie First Team and finished second in NBA Rookie of the Year voting with 306 points. In fact, AD even had the most double-doubles in his rookie class, which honestly served as a testament to his incredible rookie season. And things were only uphill from there. During his time with the Pelicans, Davis picked up numerous individual accolades, including 6 NBA All-Star selections, 3 All-NBA First Team selections, and 3 NBA All-Defensive First Team selections. However, despite his individual success, the team was unable to build a strong supporting cast around him, and they were never able to make it past the second round of the playoffs. Which is why in 2019, AD requested a trade from the Pelicans and left for the Los Angeles Lakers. There, he teamed up with LeBron James to form one of the most dominant duos in the league, leading the Lakers to their first championship since 2010 in the 2019-2020 season. However, Davis struggled with injuries during the 2020-21 season, and he was limited to just 36 regular season games. Despite this, he played a key role in the Lakers' playoff run, but he ultimately suffered a groin injury in Game 4 of their first-round series against the Phoenix Suns, which ended their chances of advancing in the postseason. On November 13, 2022, AD helped the Lakers finally snap a 5-game losing streak by scoring 37 points and grabbing 18 rebounds in a win against the Brooklyn Nets. And well, apart from a foot injury keeping him out of action for 20 games, he's been pretty consistent since then. Anyways, from his current status as a goated center and 8-time All-Star to his days on the mean streets of Chicago, this has been Anthony Davis's life before he was famous.